Imagine waking up every morning, filled with excitement about what you'll wear, ready to show your unique style, only to remember you have no choice. You must put on the same outfit as everyone else. Uniforms strip away that freedom, that individuality, that expression of who you are. They make students feel like they are all the same, when in reality, each student is different, each with unique traits, personalities, and styles. This imposed conformity is a key issue in ongoing debate over school uniforms. Today, I'm going to explain why schools should not require uniforms. Instead of solving problems like inequity or bullying, uniforms actually create more challenges, stifling self-expression, failing to address the real causes of bullying, and putting unnecessary financial pressure on families. In a society that celebrates diversity, schools should be a safe space that nurtures it, not suppresses it. One of the primary reasons schools should not require uniforms is that they take away a fundamental part of personal expression, what we wear. Clothes are not just fabric, they are a reflection of our identity, our culture, our beliefs, and our personal taste. By mandating uniforms, schools are essentially telling students that their individuality doesn't matter during school hours. That creativity should be reserved for after school. Think about this. Some students may express themselves through their fashion choices, showcasing their personalities, cultures, and even moods through what they wear. When schools enforce uniform policies, they deny students this essential form of communication. This lack of self-expression can have a profound psychological impact. According to a study by the National Center for the Education of Statistics, students who attend schools without uniforms report feeling more confident and comfortable in their surroundings, which directly affects their participation and engagement in classrooms. Clothing can be empowering. When students feel that they are free to express themselves, they are more likely to feel comfortable contributing in discussion, participating in extracurricular activities, and developing their social identities in meaningful ways. In a world where fostering individuality is increasingly important, schools should be a space for this growth, not a place where students feel confined to look, act, and think the same. Another popular argument in favor of uniforms is that they supposedly reduce bullying by making students' socioeconomic status less visible. This idea is that by making everyone look the same, students from lower income families won't stand out, and bullying based on clothing or appearance will be minimized. While this argument may seem logical, the reality is quite different. Research from The Atlantic has shown that bullying still persists in schools with uniforms. Students will always find other ways to differentiate and judge each other, whether through hairstyles, accessories, shoes, or even backpacks. In fact, bullying may shift to focus on things that uniforms can't hide: race, body type, or even personal grooming. Furthermore, uniforms do not truly address the root cause of bullying, which is not about what students wear, but rather about deeper issues like social power dynamics, insecurities, and prejudice. Schools that enforce uniforms may be addressing only the surface level symptoms of bullying, and anti-bullying programs to teach respect, empathy, and understanding. These programs address the real causes of bullying and build more inclusive environments where all students, regardless of their background, feel safe and expected. While uniforms may seem like a cost-saving measure, they often place unnecessary financial burden on families, particularly those struggling to make ends meet. The costs associated with uniforms can be surprisingly high, especially when families are required to purchase specific styles, colors, or brands. According to USA Today's survey, families actually spend more on uniforms than they would on regular clothes, primarily because they have to buy uniforms in addition to casual clothes for their children to wear outside of school. Unlike regular clothes, which can be worn in various settings, uniforms have limited use and need to be replaced frequently as children grow. This creates additional expense that many families simply cannot afford. In conclusion, while uniforms are often seen as a solution to problems like inequity and bullying, the reality is that they create more challenges than they solve. They limit students' ability to express their individuality, they fail to address the root cause of bullying, and they place unnecessary financial burden on families. School should not be about enforcing conformity, but be about encouraging creativity, diversity, and freedom of expression. We should foster an environment where students are free to be themselves, to explore their identities, and to grow as individuals. Instead of suppressing uniqueness, let's celebrate it. It's time to reject the outdated policy of school uniforms and embrace the diversity and individuality of every student.